Hey guys, and welcome back to another Halloween video. Today I have another new for 2025 Lemax Spooky Town review for y'all. It is the Wedding Party. So this piece is a great example of a piece that really punches above its weight class because the piece is on the smaller side. It kind of has the scale of one of those larger table accents, but it's not quite a building. That said, it's quite spectacular as you can see through the video. Now, the theme of this piece is that of a wedding reception with all the partygoers, being skeletons. Now, we'll talk more about where this could slot in a village a bit later, but for now, let's talk about how this piece comes, because this piece is similar to the Graveyard Party of more recent Spooky Town, and for you longtime Lemax collectors, the Monsters Ball, because you can see the dancers on this piece come detached, and they are magnetized onto the stage. So what you're going to want to do is, when you first get this piece, you'll have to place them on the little wooden indents, and I circled them here to show y'all more of what I'm talking about. So once you place them on and turn the piece on, they'll start dancing along the stage. It looks very, very cool. Just as an FYI though, the figures here do make a bit of a rubbing sound on the stage, so you may hear it in a little bit whenever I play it with the soundtrack. So it's not a super quiet piece operation-wise, so that's just something to be aware of. And while you have the animation, you also have the floor lights that flash, and you have the stage lights that alternate. So there's a lot of action here for such a small package. And in talking about some of the details here, you have several things that tie into the whole wedding theme, like the big wedding cake with the flowers. You have this little pile of presents. The stage is all done up too. I will say it's kind of a critique. I would have liked if maybe it was more of an actual stage as opposed to just a flat background. I think an actual stage would have looked a lot cooler. But I do really like the windows here. The window scenes with the jack-o'-lanterns and the haunted house in the background. It looks great. It's super Halloween. Alright, now let's talk about what I think is kind of the big selling point of this piece. It's the soundtrack. A lot of people, myself included, kind of complain about the Lemax soundtracks, namely the ones with vocals, because a lot of times they can become annoying since most of them just repeat the name of the piece over and over again. This piece has an actual song, and it's awesome. It sounds like a professional recording, and it's just really, really well done. So I imagine this is a piece that a lot of people will play with the sound because it's so good, and it ties into the piece very well. So as far as theming goes, I think you could go several ways with it. I think because of the band on the stage and also the crazy lighting and animation, I think this would actually pair nicely with the Symphony of Screams. I know some people have had trouble theming that one in the past, and I think you put this with it and it would work very nicely. It would also work very well with the aforementioned Graveyard Party and the Monsters Ball. Monsters Ball is another one people have had a hard time theming with, and I think this one could pair nicely with it. Alright guys, so that was my review of the Lemax Spooky Town Wedding Party. I haven't seen this piece talked about a ton. I haven't seen many posts about it on social media or on YouTube, so let me know what y'all think below. I think this will be an interesting piece to see what people do with it since it is kind of standalone, and I could see some people getting really crafty with it, so thank y'all so much for watching as always, and to tease what we're going to be talking about next time, to wrap up my new for 2025 reviews, we're going to take a swim in a spooky lagoon. So until then, here is the Wedding Party with the soundtrack.